Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a couple of visitors, or one's on his way anyway. I've also got with me LiveLife to the Maxus. He's actually my son, but he's here with me today because he's actually quit his job, and him and his girlfriend Adrianna are going to go off travelling, going to go around the UK, then they're probably going to go off to Europe, and you know, I mean, Adrianna's from Spain, so they're going to tour all around Spain, but they've got a few problems with her van. They've got an LDV Maxus. So we've got the three stooges at the moment working on the van. We've got this one who hasn't got a clue what he's doing.
On light duty.
Yeah. However, I'm really hoping he does. So, Mr. DirtDiggler.
I can't even spell my own name. You think I'm going to...
Mr. DirtDiggler and his partner in crime who's hiding there. Lainey, you should be mopping his brow, mate, while he's doing that.
Yeah. The only way I'm going to get that is to crack the top one while holding the bottom one, and then wind the bottom one in. But the top one sees to the pipe.
It's like three men and a baby, isn't it? Okay, so right, we've got DirtDiggler. I'm gonna leave a link to his YouTube channel, and Lainey, who's LiveLife to the Maxus. I'll leave a link to their channel in the description, but they're checking out his van at the moment. But alright mate, you're welcome. They're checking out his van at the moment, but I've also got a couple of issues with my van, or one issue. Driving back from Aylesbury last week, I had the low oil pressure warning light come on, pull over, turn the van off and go and scrap it, and you know, it told me a few other things I need to do with this van. But anyway, first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the sensor. I need a 21mm deep socket bit. What bit am I missing? My 21mm deep socket bit. So I've got to shoot to Halfords, which is my nearest sort of car auto factors that sell single sockets. So I'm going to go and buy a new 21mm deep socket set, deep socket bit. So let me just show you what needs changing, or what I'm going to change first of all, because that's the cheapest part of what I'm hoping is the issue with my van. I'm hoping it's not the oil pump, or even worse, I just hope that the engine ain't on its way out, or certainly not yet. Come on, give me a few more miles out of this thing before I need a new engine or something silly. But anyway, so let me show you what part I'm going to change first of all. So Lainey's decided to go and have a sleep underneath his van, but the part I'm going to change first of all on this is the oil pressure sensor. So we got the oil filter. At the bottom of the oil filter, right underneath it, if you can just see my finger wiggling, it's that sensor right there, which is the oil pressure sensor. Right, just got back from Halfords, got myself a 21mm deep reach socket. Let's get this oil pressure sensor out and hope that that does the bloody job. Lainey's not having much luck either at the moment, but I'll fill you in on what's going on with him in a bit. Yep. Fortunately, that cracked nice and easy, no dramas, and I've dropped it.
Right, what am I reaching?
Can you reach the plug and the socket bit that I've just dropped?
Yep.
So there we have it. That's the oil pressure sensor on the Iveco Daily. This is the 65C17. Right, so I've just been to Iveco main dealers. That's just cost me short of 30 quid. From the motor factors, they're normally about 6-7 quid, but of course for this van, main dealer. But for the sake of 30 quid, let's hope that does the job, eh? Because if that doesn't, then I might have bigger problems than I think. So better hope then, eh, missus?
Yes, definitely. I agree. I'm really hoping it works.
Otherwise you'll buy me a new engine. Okay, so the new one's in. There's been no dramas putting it in, fortunately. There shouldn't be really, just replacing this, but so that's the old piece. we'll fire it up, let it warm up, and then take it for a drive and hope for the best. You want to fire it up, please, sweetheart? So we take it for a drive now, and I'm really hoping that when I cut from this scene, my next scene is going to be a smile. Well, unfortunately, the oil pressure sensor didn't do the trick. And look who turns up now. So I get problems. I'm having problems with the van, Derek.
In what way?
In oil pressure. But you turn up now to give me a hard time. I am going to be using engine flush. I don't want to start taking the engine apart like the sump and clearing things out. I'm kind of hoping, do you know what, I'm clutching at straws basically, so I really, I've got to try something.
No, I totally agree.
After that, it's I'm assuming it's going to be the oil pump. After the oil pump, short of making sure the pickup tube's all clear, and then after that it's an engine rebuild, or like I said, you know, we'll see what happens. I might get a new engine.
If you have to take the oil pump off, then you can check the tube anyway, can't you?
Yeah, we'll see. Let me try this first, Derek.
Yeah. Oh, I think
you're not paid to think, Derek.
No, I know. I'm not equipped really.
No, you're definitely not equipped.
I had reason to go into City Electrics
right
the other day.
So Derek, sorry to interrupt you, mate. Just quickly, whilst we're having a chat, I may as well get the engine started.
Yeah.
But now that we've poured the engine flush in,
how long?
I'm gonna wrong cap. I'm gonna turn the engine over on idle for 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna raise the revs a couple of hundred and let it just do a little bit of a fast idle for about 15-20 minutes. Drop the oil, put a new filter on, and hope for the best. Yeah. Right. Sorry about the noise, but I've just raised the revs a little bit. This ticks over at about 800. I've gone up to around 1100 thereabouts. I'll leave that like that for another 15 minutes or so. Empty it out, and I'm not religious, but I might. Me and Derek might take a prayer or two. Or 5. Yeah.
The day war broke out.
During the war, right, that's the oil all out. It is black as the ace of spades. It does look a bit thin, but then it will be because of the flush I've put in it as well. Just as I was about to turn the engine off, the insufficient oil pressure warning light came on, literally as I was just about to turn the engine off. But this engine sounds so good, so
yeah.
You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm going to say that quite a few times. I don't know. I don't know, Derek. Do you know, Jim? No? No. You're being quiet now all of a sudden. So all I've got to do to shut you two up then is put the camera on.
No.
Well, no, don't shut him up. It's just shut you. You've just gone and hid behind him.
I know.
There we go. Woo! Move out of the way, Derek.
I'll get me belly out of the way. There's Jim.
Yeah, say hello, Jim.
Hello, mate. All right. Hello, Jim.
This oil filter removal tool that I've got, that literally clamps onto it, it doesn't do any damage to an oil filter. Unlike some of those chain ones that you wrap around, they can do some damage to an oil filter, but this is a brilliant bit of kit. And especially as this one, the oil filter sits on top, so it just sits. I need a new oil filter removal tool. That's these two around me. How good is that? This is the best oil filter removal tool ever.
It is if you can get on it.
I'm only saying this because there might be some people watching this that have never even serviced a vehicle before, but if this was underneath and I was screwing it in from underneath, I would have filled this up with oil, but it goes on top of the engine, so I'm not going to fill it up with oil. How many people have done that?
Well, I've never seen a filter.
I've never done it.
Sealed at the
I've
top.
never done it.
You don't do your own vehicles, that's why.
No, but when I did, I just
Actually,
used to
Derek, you
screw-
don't do a lot, do you, to be
I
fair?
don't do all.
Yeah, you don't do much at all, mate. So I've got two 5 litre cans of oil. It's cheaper to buy 5 litres than buy 2 separate 1 litre,
Yeah,
because this takes like roughly 7 litres of oil.
yeah, and you've always got some over at the
Yeah.
top up.
All I've got to do, all I've got to do then is buy 1 of these next time. Right, that's the oil and filter change all done now. Put 7 litres of oil in it. Myself and Derek, we're going to go off on a little
Problem.
yeah, I've got the oil underneath there. I'll just leave it in the garden for the moment,
Right.
and then deal with that afterwards. I was kind of hoping you'd take it for me. Anyway, shut up. Derek, go home.
Certainly.
Right, we're going to go through a drive now, and I'll keep you updated. Right, the lights just come on, or the warnings just come on. Insufficient oil pressure, stop and turn off engine. Right, so where are we at? Right, we've swapped out the oil pressure sensor. That hasn't rectified the issue. We've put in new oil, changed the oil filter, done the engine flush thing. So unless anybody else has any better suggestions, I think the next step is to drop the oil pan. At this stage, I'm not sure whether I've got to jack the engine up a little. Basically, there's a big ass chunky cross member, a cross beam that's going right along the underneath of the oil pan. So I can access most of the bolts to drop the pan, but because of this cross beam, I can't get the pan out of the way. But really frustrating at the moment. You know, you're so close. We were planning on going away around about now. It wasn't a definitive date when we was going, but it was sort of about now. I had quite a few appointments I needed to get out of the way, which I've dealt with now, and I'm gutted, absolutely gutted. I know a lot of you feel my pain, you know, with issues like this. I really know you do, and I've watched a lot of your videos, and I think I really feel for you. But right at the moment, I sort of feel for myself. I'm gutted, especially as at this stage, I don't know if it's going to be like, you know, a case of replacing an oil pump, or God forbid if it was like the engine on its way out. Do you know what I mean? But so I really can't see that there's any sort of major issues or issues with the actual sort of engine internals themselves. So I really am hoping if I drop that oil pan, give it a clean out, look at the old pickup pipe. Like I say, unless you guys have got any better suggestions, then that's the route I've got to go down. I don't know what else I can try. Beautiful, first time immediately. The beeping's because the door's open. You know, I mean, that really, at least listening to that, it does make me feel better. The fact that I'm convincing myself that there's actually nothing wrong with the engine, so it's, you know, it shouldn't be too much of a drama, but I think it's going to be a bit of a drama just getting that oil pan off. We'll see. That pretty much brings this video to a close now. There's not a great deal more I can show you. I know a lot of you have felt this pain, but when you're so close, you know, the van is almost complete, and you know, you're ready to jump in it and take off now for a month or so, and then this happens. And unfortunately, it's happened to Lainey as well, LiveLife to the Maxus. Him and his girlfriend are ready to take off, and you know, it's happened to him. So, but they're going to be living in their van. They're going to be basically full-time van lifers. So I really feel for them. My greatest worry was that it's the engine. Really hoping that at worst for me it's going to be the oil pump. But look, we're going to remove the oil pan anyway, the oil sump. Have a good look around inside and see what's going on. Make sure that the oil pickup pipe is all nice and clear and not clogged, not full of gunk and sludge. And I want to say a huge thank you to Rob, DirtDiggler. Go over and check out his channel. He's doing up his own ambulance at the moment. But a massive thank you to him for taking the time out, his own time, coming over here, helping myself out, Lainey out. But also Rob's offered to help come over and help me remove the oil pan, which I'm glad of. Thank you very much, Rob. Really appreciate that, mate. Right guys, obviously there's going to be a part 2 to this video, because you're going to see that we're taking the oil pan off and we'll show you exactly what it's like inside. So if you're not already subscribed to this channel, consider subscribing. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notified that I have uploaded a part 2 to this video. But look, with that guys, everybody stay safe, and I will catch up with you in the next video. All the best.